y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing this Cassie mohawk kind of vibe with the frontal type of get up situation we got going on, and I'm gonna be talking to y'all about things that was just draining me, child. Y'all already see the title, and I'm just like, let me talk to my girls while I hook my hair up, and let's get into a few things. So if you want to see how I got this beautiful look, then keep watching. So before we get into this video, this hair is from Viya Hair. This is the hair we're gonna be installing. I think this is like a 26-inch HD. Y'all know this chocolate kind of color is my favorite type of color to go to. I bleached these knots. Y'all, look at these knots. Can you even really tell? When I tell y'all this is about to eat, y'all seen in the preview. Y'all seen in the preview. This is gonna eat. And it's a full 13x6 on the inside, so we're gonna have some fun. Somebody just, I wanna put some curls in her because the density is just density, and like the density, this is a thick wig. This is at least 180, which, okay, 180 and better is always good for the girls, but I want to switch it up and do something to the back, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. I'm finally not being silenced. I could do what I want with this video as long as I install this wig what I took to the girls, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Y'all already see the title of this video, so let's get straight into it and watch me slay my hair in the meantime. So as many of you know, I had such a journey this year. Gosh, I feel like we just starting so crazy, but I went public about a lot of things this year. I'm not gonna go into it, but if you go down on my page, you're gonna see a little bit of everything, okay? And I had a lot of reflecting to do, and I feel like, and also don't mind my voice, I just had the flu, y'all, so if I cough a little bit, I don't got COVID, y'all. I'm coming down off the sickness. Work with me, yeah. I feel like I've been going through a awakening type of phase, and I've just been learning a lot about myself and learning a lot about what I don't want. And I don't even want to necessarily say, oh, going into 2024, blah, 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 blah. Because no, girl, I want to start now. I want to start now, but it's like every single day I've been taking to myself and just kind of feeling silence, which is another video. I'm coming off of feeling silenced by a lot of things. It's just making me realize that a lot of things was draining me, and a lot of things I can't even blame on other people for draining me, because I was allowing certain things to happen and I was draining myself. Let's take accountability. Let's take accountability. This is the word of the year. I know everybody hate the big words we've been using lately, but accountability is being taken. And I just told myself, you know what? I'm tired of draining myself. At this point, I'm fully squeezed. I'm fully squeezed. Fully milked. I'm milked, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to make this a funny video, but I am milked. So let me just share with y'all a few things, and let's just go down the list. We're getting older, and we need to understand that sometimes you need to recategorize your friends. Some people that you once stood behind and, you know, went so hard for back in the days. Oh, that's my friend, that's this, that. We used to do this together, we used to do that together. No, y'all are not school friends no more. Y'all are not co-workers no more. Y'all are not on the block friends no more, around the way. We need friends that are more intentional and have our best interests at heart. And I just feel like as we get older, people turn weird. People grow apart, and it's okay to recategorize your friends. I feel like I kind of had to learn this the hard way, because I want to realize that some people just wasn't giving what they used to give as my friend. And it's like I also realized that once I stopped doing certain things in life, me and people just didn't align anymore. If I didn't have no drama to talk about, if I didn't have the gossip, if I wasn't in certain situations that we used to relate to, the conversations would get shorter. Things would become so confusing. Honestly, me personally, I would probably feel like, oh, you moving funny. You ever felt like that with somebody? Like, dang, we used to be so cool and things used to flow so much with us, and now it's just kind of weird. Like, girl, you good? Or boy, like, you good? Why you moving like that? But a lot of times the values don't align. People not into the same things that they used to be into nowadays. Shit, I'm not even into the same things I used to be into back in the days. I'm a whole different person who needs a whole different type of entertainment. Don't get me wrong, I feel like we all gossip. So nobody wants to sit here and be like, oh, we don't gossip, you know, whatever the case may be. But all the time, every day, that's the only thing you gotta talk to me about? Did you check on me? Did you see if I was good? Sometimes people still expect you to be a certain type of person in life, and it's like, I done grew so much. I'm not even into that type of stuff. I don't even want to go to these type of places no more. I don't want to be surrounded by this many people all the time. Like, I don't care for stuff like that. And if people still into stuff like that, that's okay. But just understand that y'all just do not align like y'all used to. So now you probably went from my best friend to just my friend, or maybe you went from my friend to my acquaintance, or maybe you went from my acquaintance to my associate or somebody I'm just cool with, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like until you realize that, you're just gonna have a whole bunch of friends that you just feel like everybody's just moving funny and everything is just closing in on you, and you won't feel like you don't got no friends because they're moving this way and you're moving that way. And I used to catch myself doing this so much. I don't understand why, and even to this day I don't even know why. I'm still trying to understand my methods behind this, but I had to stop trying to prove to everybody I was such a good person. And it wasn't that I was intentionally trying to prove to somebody that I'm a good person in like that type of manner, as if I had to make sure I'm in good standing with you or whatever the case may be. But it's like, it's so hard to find genuine people nowadays. Keep the buck, I just be feeling like it's a flex. I feel like it's a flex because people, and I do get gratitude, and I love when people give me gratitude because they like, wow, like I really mess with you, or wow, like I really could trust you, or like I get off of that because it's just like a lot of people are so surface level nowadays. But at the same time, I feel like people would try to use that to their best advantage, and they won't take it as, oh, she's such a good person, she's this and she's that. I feel like people would take that and use you for that. Being that you're such a good person, they know you will automatically feel obligated to do certain things or show up at certain places or support them in certain ways, or they could confide in you about, you know, whatever it is. And they'll forget to prove to you that they're such a good person too. Like, hold on, this is not one-sided. Why do I always feel like I have to show up for you and I have to go above and beyond to show you how good of a friend I am? But how you not showing up for me though? And like, I'm really sitting here and I'm really thinking about it, and I feel like that's one of the things that really used to get me upset, because it's just like, damn, am I doing something wrong? That's when I had to recategorize my friends and stuff like that, because I'm just sitting here like, I'm giving you more than you're giving me. And it's like, granted, I feel like I've been in a place in my life for months to where I don't have enough to give to nobody. The only things I have to give is to myself, because I owe it to myself, especially when you're so busy pouring into other people, which is another topic we're gonna touch on. Being so busy pouring into other people, and that just left me with my cup either half empty or empty every single time. And I would not understand why I feel so drained dealing with certain people. I'm just like, why does this person make me feel like this? Why do I feel like I'm doing too much? Y'all ever had a situation where you was like, damn, wait, we're good friends. Why do I feel like this? Maybe you're pouring too much into their cup that it's overflowing. You're too busy overfilling their cup that they're not even thinking to pour a little back some into yours. They don't know what you got going on. They didn't even ask, because you're so busy giving, listening, being there. Hold on. I need somebody to be there for me too. One thing about it is so important to remember that everything goes both ways. If somebody's like, oh, you don't call me, or you don't hang out with me, you don't text me, you don't send me memes, you don't like my pictures, you don't interact with me on social media, but do you do the same? It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Don't ever let nobody, I don't care what they are to you, family, friend, anything. Don't ever let nobody sit there and tell you that you're not doing something that they're not doing themselves. It bothered you enough to address the problem, but it didn't bother you enough for you to think, maybe I should do it in a genuine sense too. Maybe they're going through something. Ask questions first. Hey, is everything okay with you? I see you kind of distant, this, that, and the third. And you know how sometimes they be posting that meme like, stop thinking everything is about you. I'm over here in a deep depression and you over here thinking, I just don't want to hang out, or I just don't want to talk to you no more. Or like, did you check on me? Did you make sure I was okay? I'm not reaching out because I'm going through this, that, and third. I'm not reaching out to nobody. I'm not talking to nobody. Especially if they try to pull over. I'm not at nobody. I'm not anybody. I'm this, that, and the third. All right, so you should have been the first to see that something was off with me. Next. And no, this is not personal or nothing like that, but I really feel strongly about so many topics, and I just be feeling like people just be having the audace. You ever seen somebody with so much audace? Like, it has to be on sale. Audace has to be on sale, because there's no way people be so oblivious to the simplest of things that I feel are just common sense, especially in a friendship or in a relationship or anything. Certain things, just being a good person, I feel like it's common sense, and they just go straight over your head. All right, y'all, so before we continue, I've been using this Even melting spray, y'all. This has been a holy grail for me. I'm gonna use it on top of the lace as well. But shout out to LaRaja Andrea. She was on TikTok showing a method where you would spray this onto your lace, and I'm pretty sure she sprayed on her lace and then sprayed something else. But basically, once you spray this onto your lace, anything you add after the fact will just give it more attention. So we're trying to do our best to keep this to get this a good hold. So I'm gonna just spray. Oh, don't embarrass me. Once you come down to the part we gotta lay the lace, everything, you just gotta be careful. I'm doing one section, so y'all know once you do one section, you gotta get it right. You gotta get it right the first time. So let's just give this a second. Let's lay this down real quick, and then we're gonna continue. I also had to stop feeling bad for setting boundaries. And I know this kind of sounds crazy, I feel like, in 2023, because, well, going into 2024 at this point, because I feel like setting boundaries is such a priority kind of thing nowadays. But at the same time, I am naturally, I want to say, a nice or a kind person, as I should say. And I just kind of feel like it kind of came from my people-pleasing mentality. I feel like that's been a very serious issue of mine for some years now, and it's like as I got older, that really did me no justice. And I hate that I'm like that. I feel like a lot of people who are taught early, and I'm not even necessarily trying to make this about me specifically, y'all. I really just want to teach y'all some things. I just have a couple of personal experiences that I feel like will be able to help y'all out with certain things, you know. But yeah, I feel like people get mad when you start setting boundaries. People start getting offended because they can't use you for your yes. My yes used to benefit you so much that you didn't care that it inconvenienced me. And anybody who's okay with inconveniencing you or taking you out of what you're standing firm on today, y'all ever heard yesterday's price is not today's price? If you're still trying to beg me for yesterday's price, knowing that I went up in value, and I'm telling you I'm going up in value, and you still don't respect that, then why are we like, what are we doing here? You're not somebody that I should still have in my life, because you're not actively growing with me. And I understand sometimes if you have a certain relationship with somebody, you expect it to stay as such, but at the same time, does anything really stay the same? Especially when it comes to an actual person, like somebody who's actively growing, does anything really stay the same? I would be super offended if you think that I'm the same person that I was a year ago. If you think I'm the same person that I was 2-3 years ago, if you think I'm the same person that I was a month ago, I'm actively growing. That's why we ask questions. That's why we stay in tune. That's why you understand certain things you don't even have to ask. I cannot stand people who just expect you to stay the same forever. You can go be the same over there, but once you see me up there, don't talk about I changed and I did this and I did that. No, I did what was best for me, and I'm growing in my own realm, in my own bubble, and you see everything is going good for me over here while you still struggling with your same old bad habits. Just for a second too, I just want to point out something to y'all. Y'all see how the lace is wrinkling? For some reason, I feel like these wigs been being made very big lately, because I never really had this problem, and I've been having this problem with a lot of the wigs I've been wearing lately, and the lace is wrinkling. So I'm about to do a little tutorial on how you can fix that on my TikTok. So I'm gonna go fix it real quick. So make sure y'all go check out my TikTok to see the little hack. I don't know if y'all can really tell, but it is wrinkling right here. I'm about to cut it, and then we're gonna fix the problem. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But anyways, next up, I just feel like people don't want to see me win right now, y'all. People don't want to see me win. I don't know what's going on, but if you hear some beats or some music in the background, please forgive me, y'all. I know it might be annoying. I am in my suite right now, and of course I don't have this whole thing to myself, and they are blasting that music, so I apologize if you hear that in the background. Anyways, next I just wanted to address creating false realities, and I feel like we all do that a lot. Does anybody else suffer from FOMO? I feel like I suffer from FOMO, and I feel like I always get like this, and I never really understand truly why I was like this, to be completely honest. But I feel like I suffer from FOMO very bad, but I only suffer from FOMO when I'm going through some type of like self-development, if that makes sense. If I'm going through some type of growth, if I'm going through anything that requires me to take a pause from living so fast and doing things that excite me all the time, and really like humbling myself for myself just to get to know myself better, I feel like I'm always suffering from FOMO. And I never really understood that, because you go back outside and ain't shit changed, ain't nothing changed, you ain't missing nothing, like nothing is going on. But at the same time, it's just kind of like I tell myself that, but it's so hard to actually sit there and believe that that's what exactly is going on. So I don't know, but I also had to tell myself, like, look, you are running your own race. I have to stop trying to take away from my process. That's one of the major things I really had to stop doing, because my process is mine. My process has nothing to do with anybody. There's nobody involved in it. It's just me and what I feel like I need to do as far as my self-development and what I need to do to make myself better. Because it's like, as you think about it, if if you think about the last couple of months or last couple of years of your life, it's like life is just going by so fast, and it's just like, whoa, I was just 22, I was just turning 24, this was just happening, that was just happening. What is going on? Like, the time is just passing us by, and it's just like I feel like I get more upset when I think about what I could have changed and what I could have took a pause on that wouldn't have required so much of my time compared to where I think I am now. Another thing I really had to focus on is to stop people pleasing. And I feel like I spoke on this a little bit earlier, but just to touch back on that, I don't tend to sit there and be everybody's cup of tea, and I know everybody's not going to be my cup of tea. I know I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and I know that everybody's not gonna like me. Like, it just is what it is, and I'm not here to be liked by everyone, but I do know that, like, as mentioned before, in the industry that I'm in, it ain't much that you're not gonna get a genuine vibe very often, and if you do, you are blessed. So like I said, I always do feel like that's a flex, but at the same time, I had to understand that being as genuine as me as I feel like I am, it's not popular anymore. It's not the thing to go do, you know. It's not that. People don't care about that. Everybody wants to use everybody. Everybody has some type of motive, and don't get me wrong, people are there to be used, and you are there for people to use as far as like self-development, but people do it with ill intentions, and I feel like that's where the line is kind of crossed. I don't know. I just really had to understand, and even at times when I feel like I will be going into a situation with 100% good intentions, and even if I'm not going in to make friends or going into whatever, because I could care less. I do a lot of stuff by myself. One thing about me, I do a lot of stuff by myself, so I don't feel like I seek for any type of validation from people. I just seek that if I'm giving you a certain level of energy or a certain vibe, that it should be returned. But I feel like that's where I went wrong, and I had to realize, even if you go in there and put your best foot forward, hi, be nice, you know, manners, be open, because, you know, a lot of people when they first meet me, they be like, oh my god, I didn't like you at first, I thought you was a B, I thought you was this, that, and the third, and as soon as I open my mouth, it's a different story. It's like, oh my god, you're my girl forever, like, I love you, da, da, da. And it's like, yeah, because you didn't even give me the chance to open my mouth. I understand I'm book around my face, like, but I don't mean to like look mean. I'm not trying to look mean. It's just my face. How about you come up and talk? And I know if nobody, if you don't look approachable, I guess I get it. But I can't look. What am I do? Like, what? I'm like, this is my face. Like, I understand that, but I guess people prejudge you, and people often not only prejudge you, but they get very intimidated by nothing. Just by your presence, you're intimidated, which is another thing we're gonna talk about. I say that to say, I understand that everybody's not gonna like me. I understand everybody not gonna wanna kick it with me, not gonna wanna collab with me, not gonna wanna follow me, not gonna, it's a lot of things, but I also stopped looking for things in exchange. All I could do is be myself. All I could do is be myself. I can't be nobody else. This looks even, right? Okay. This is something that I feel like I've learned to stop doing over time. And sometimes I didn't even realize that I was really doing it because of what I do, which i.e. this, right? Stop oversharing. Sometimes you just need to answer the question, of course, depending on what the question is, right? But you ever answer a question and then start going off on a tangent about things that they did not ask for? And then after you start thinking about it, like, damn, did I say too much? Yeah, stop doing that. Like, I feel like I start to talk a little bit slower now, just so I can catch my words and I don't say too much. Because although you feel like you might have good intentions with the information that you're sharing, or I feel like I'm also that type of person where sometimes I have to bring up personal experiences to help you understand that I understand you, I've been where you were before, or I've been in a situation similar to this, to where I can help you understand that I understand you. Oversharing sometimes could be the same thing to kick you in your ass, and I hate to say it like that, but there's a time and a place for everything, and everybody is not meant to know all your business. And sometimes you're just talking too much. Silence is key, and the power of silence is so powerful, because people try to figure you out. You would think that the person has, you know, good intentions and everything like that, but people just want to figure you out. They just want to talk to you to see what they could get out of you. You ever sat there and spoke to somebody who always just asked you about you? Yeah, what you got going on? Who you talking to? What type of money you make here? What you this? What you that? And you like sitting there, you answering it, but you realize they ain't saying nothing about themselves. They didn't say nothing about themselves. And it's just like, wait, that'd be the type of thing. I'm the type of person, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. I'm the type of person where I don't realize that until days later. Like, something like that happened, and I sit there and I talk and I do my blah, blah, blah. And then a couple of days later, I could just be riding. I'm just like, wait, was that funny? Like, was that a little bit too much? Then I gotta talk to my best friend. Then I gotta be like, wait, was this? And we gotta come up with something together, because once again, I could have the best intentions I wanna have, but if that person ain't going with good intentions either, then they just got me. They just got me, and I don't know what they might wanna use my information for, or whatever. They have their boundaries to where they don't gotta talk too much, because they just gonna sit there and observe and listen to you. But at the same time, if they wanted to, they could, because you said it. You let them know. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I be feeling like I just want to talk because I want to help people. And like, you know, I love to help people, and I love to be that outlet for y'all and for, you know, my audience, just period. Because I just feel like I'm blessed to have a voice that's credible and that people actually want to listen to. I actually feel like I'm very blessed with that. But at the same time, I am also entitled to my privacy. I also deserve to be silenced and just listen to other people's experiences, and not even just on the internet, just on cue. Like, if you're talking to somebody in person, there's people who just want to ask you about your business just because. Like, they just like to listen to whatever you got going on, and especially if it's not positive, forget about it. They are all ears. But let you ask them the same thing, it's vague. It's vague. When you ask me certain questions, it sounds like you dig it. It sounds like you're looking for something. But when I ask you certain questions, you're vague. Bombastic side eye. That's real funny, and not funny haha, funny weird. Like, next is identifying what is a blessing and what is a lesson. And I feel like this is very important. Although I feel like it could be cliche, I feel like this is very, very important to understand, because I feel like in life we often get excited because we think certain opportunities are our final break. You ever been going through something for so long, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like with a person or anything like that, but if you're going through something for so long and you feel like you finally found an answer, or you finally found the person, or you finally found a thing that just makes you feel a little bit different, we could get so blinded by the fact that it excites us or it benefits us in a moment, forgetting that just might not be quite the calling. That just might be a test that is provided to us just to see if we're really ready to receive that blessing. I feel like a preacher when I said that, because I really had to take my time and tell you that, because I felt that. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and really understand and really dig into something to see if that really is the blessing. Sometimes you have to get, one thing about God, he is going to test you to see if you are ready for that blessing. You're gonna get tested for the rest of your life, which I know sounds very draining, because it's like, damn, am I ever gonna find you? I get it. But at the same time, we were all once excited about something that did nothing but just teach us a lesson. So sometimes you gotta not only just live in the moment, but you just have to pay attention to different signs that you may get, any type of red flags that has to do with that situation. These are the things that we have to pay attention to. And these are things that we choose to bypass. These are things that we choose to ignore. These are things that we choose to say, no, it's not this, it's that. Or no, it's not quite that. I know you think this, but no, it's not. As long as you saw that red flag. Whoever got a new job and you just feel like, finally, like, I've been down bad, you know, I've been going through some things, I need this income finally, I've been praying for this opportunity, I'm so excited, this, that, and the third. And then it's like, but now you're overqualified for a position that wants to pay you way less than your pay grade, way lower than what you're used to. They know you're overqualified, so the opportunity presented itself for a reason. Of course, yes, you're overqualified, but they don't want to pay you enough. They want to make you do more work than you really need to, and don't pay you for it. Or you ever finally start talking to somebody, you found love again, or whatever your circumstances may be. Ooh, y'all, I gotta be careful, because if I burn my hair, I'm gonna be so mad. You ever found somebody, you ever started talking to somebody and they just make you so happy and whatever the case may be, but then you start seeing little red flags and you like, hold on, wait a minute. That doesn't feel right. I know that feeling, and that feeling ain't associated with nothing positive when it comes to me. Don't ignore that. Although it may be hard to even think like that, because nobody wants to live and just think everybody's out to get them, or think that everything is good, you're gonna be tested by everything, you're strongest soldier. Because I know some of y'all be like, God, I'm not a strongest soldier. Just stop. I'm not the strongest soldier. God, please let up, please, just a little bit. I'm not. But at the same time, you're trying to get up here, so you have to be tested to a certain level. You have to be in position to be able to receive what you're actually supposed to receive. So, not to get all preach on y'all, but y'all get what I'm saying. I was actually gonna take some braids, do some braids and do like the little crisscross thing, but it is getting very late and I still have other work to do. We're just gonna put this back into a ponytail. Let's actually tie this up real quick, because I'm not gonna do too much, especially with the back too, because I'm gonna wind up crimping this tomorrow. So if y'all want to see me crimp the back of the hair, then we're gonna do a whole video with that. But we're gonna use that melting spray. Ooh, yes, this melting spray gets very messy, child. This melting spray ain't no joke. If you ain't go to the store and get you your even spray by now, I don't know what you're waiting for. You're gonna tie that real tight. Like, I'm talking, I don't even want to be able to think by the time I take this off. Especially when they catch them little baby hairs at the back, I'll be ready to fight a bit. Y'all, so I tried something a little bit different. I decided that I don't want to tie up. I really didn't do nothing with the back, to be honest. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I feel like I got like a little mohawk going right now. Like, I didn't put the back in a ponytail, and I feel like I just tried something a little bit different. But we're gonna see. This is cute, because it's making me feel like, do I want to straighten my hair? I guess we're going to figure it out. We're going to see. We're going to see. But the lace is laid, Chalet. Lace is laid. All we got to do is do these baby hairs that are already swept. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to pull this one off. So next on the docket, learn to be content in your truth. A lot of us feel a way about certain things that our peers or our family do not. And that's okay, right? Because, you know, of course, if you disagree with something, people want to make you feel like the odd person out, or your opinion is not valuable, or, you know, something of that sort. And no, sometimes you just said what you said, and you don't have to agree with everything and everybody. And I feel like it's okay to not be a part of the Brady Bunch. People just gotta realize, like, I am who I am, and I said what I said. And it doesn't even have to be regarding like a super public topic, or, you know, whatever the case may be. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a big dramatic thing, but at the same time, whatever your truth may be, whatever that may mean to you, because my truth is different from her truth, is different from his truth, is different from everybody's truth, and it depends on what the truth is too, because it could be something that don't got nothing to do with nothing, and it's really not a big deal. But sometimes your truth may be something that most people would frown upon, or your truth may be something that isn't so common. It's not the popular way to think about a certain situation. Like, for example, in today's society, you know, we talk about a lot of 50-50s and who's supposed to lead a household and submissiveness and, you know, all of that stuff. And you might be a girl that's okay with 50-50, but because a lot of the peers around you, a lot of your people around you, like 50-50, I am never gonna be with a man who I gotta go half with, this, that, and the third, it might make you feel like you're less of a woman because you're actually okay with splitting the bills with the man, because that just might be that might be your story, or you might be living in it right now, and they're just trying to make it seem like maybe your partner is less than a man or than a woman because they allow you to go 50-50 or whatever the case may be, and you may not even feel like you can really talk about your situation because everybody around you just sitting there ready to judge you. Look, you said what you said and you live what you live, and you're okay with what you're okay, because guess what? Nobody gotta live it but you. This don't got nothing to do with nobody but you, and that's just the truth. And I feel like if anybody tries to make you seem like you're less than because you don't agree with the popular opinion, they're just not somebody for you. We're not here to be so in sync and a part of the bunch. You're your own person. You're your own adult if you are an adult, because I'm assuming that there's some adults watching this. It is what it is. It's really not that deep. You know, even social media, don't think that you got to be down with the Joneses or be down with the latest trends of how people say you should be or how you should be living your life or your relationship or whatever the case may be, because a lot of people that say these don't even be living it. They don't even even be living in their truth. They're so quick to judge your body and say, I would never. You never would until you was put in that position, and now you are. Now you are. A lot of people, even yourself, you ever been around somebody who, oh, I could never, and now they nevering? Yeah. How does it feel? How does it feel? Oh, I could never. You just shamed you just shamed such a big demographic of people because I could never. Well, girl, I hope you having fun nevering. I hope you having fun nevering. I don't know what you got going on, but it don't look very lavish like you said to me. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. Because what? Ooh, wish me luck, y'all. Let's breeze through these baby hairs. All right, y'all, let's take this off. And while we do that, last but not least, y'all, your confidence is intimidating and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. It's nothing you can do about it. I had to learn that the hard way. You could be as nice as you want. You could have as much manners as you want. You could put the smiliest smile on this face and people still don't like you because you're you, and that's just is what it is. Life is just like that. Some people are not happy with where they are in life. Sometimes your confidence just makes people feel so uncomfortable because it's just like, what is it about her that makes that person interact with her like that? Or what is it about her that she's so happy about? I got so much more than her. And she's so much happier than me. What is it? I'm just me, babe. I'm just me, babe. So with that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. I know y'all been missing me just sitting down chatting, just talking with y'all, chopping it up with y'all. I have another video coming, and I'm also in the process of editing a vlog. As far as my hair is concerned right now, I had to pull out a little bit more baby hairs because it's more over here than it is over here, but I'm praying to God that it doesn't look crazy. I feel like I got this Cassie mohawk type of moment, and I left the hair body wave. It was already body wave, so I hope it don't look crazy in the back. When I go home and edit, obviously I'll see if I gotta fix anything. It's just a wave, but let me know if I should straighten it. Should I put a little bit more of a wave in it and let it drop? Should I crimp it? Comment down below what y'all think I should do. Of course, when this video goes up, I might already have this hair out, but I might do a poll on social media and we'll see what it's given. But anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And shout out to Viya Hair, Viya Princess Hair for sending me this beautiful wig. As y'all can see, the melt is melting down. Okay, the melting is melting down. So with that being said, I will see y'all in my next video. Happy Vlogmas, everybody. I know I'm not sending out, I know I'm not posting a lot of vlogs, but still happy Vlogmas, y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, loves.